Hello everybody, this is Dren608. The game is Starship Troopers. I was going to do a quick little sort of tutorial example of how to build a bug complex. I did make some updates to the Lonestar module. It is 1.01, I believe. I went through the scenarios where the bugs are and all of their um, complexes should start off um, hidden like this so that you can in the past, because of the way things were set up and naming conventions, these were you would have to delete all these and bring them from this thing over here, the complexes. You'd have to pull all the tunnels in and the whatnot. To give you an idea of if you have to build it from scratch, you would go into this units drop down, and you can grab. Um, there's counters and there's also cells to just be put in. One of the things you need to remember with the bugs, and usually any kind of hidden stuff, you have to use the Alt key to select things. So if you don't, when you get them out here, if you click off of it and then try to click it again, it won't go. I believe that that's so that you don't inadvertently select and all of a sudden highlight something for your opponent to see. So you have to use the Alt key to click on things. There is in the charts. Oh, where's the little charts button? There it is. In the charts button, there is a summary of all the key shortcuts called quick keys. Um, it helps a lot to have this handy. Maybe, you know, type all this out and put it on a 3x5 card so you have it close at hand. One of the things that you do, if you have something highlighted, is Control V hides it and does not. I don't know if you could see that down there. Let me get this out of the way. So if you highlight a cell and go Control V, you can do that. Control S will change its designation. So instead of brain cell A, it's now B, C, D, E, master. Queen is a separate cell that you have to pull out. That doesn't change from. Doesn't have a designation. There's just one queen per cell per complex. The other thing on these on the hex on the tunnel segments, I'm going to click on this again. Got to hit Alt to click on it. You see how it's highlighted like this. If you were to switch over to the Terran side, all that's disappeared. This hasn't disappeared because it wasn't hidden. So, and then go back to the arachnid side. That's one of the things that's very important, is you need to build your complex as the arachnid, and then do things. You can change the color with a Control G. So you see it's how it's going through the color system there. You can Control F is rotation, which I do not understand, but you can rotate everything around. And then you can build your complex as needed just by making sure that you hit the Alt button and collect, whatever segment you're going to move. Now, it's not always clear where the rotation point is on the extended segments. So it's usually a good idea just to go ahead and do a Control F once you control it, and then you see where it's connected. So then you can take it in the right situation that you want and just move it to where you want it to be. Okay? There are 6 colors right now. I'm planning in a later update, I'm thinking I'm going to add 6 more colors so that you have probably have these things just be hashed or something, but that requires me to use a graphics program, and I don't know how good I am at that, so I don't know if I'll ever actually get there. But then the right number of initial segments are all here. There's 2 3s, a 5, and then the 10s are already sitting on the cells in the starts of these things. You can I believe you can highlight all the cells, and you can just like move the complex to a different space. If I remember right, I'm not sure that this works. I haven't tried this. But if you hold down the Alt and draw a big box, you see everything that got highlighted, and then you can move it to a new location, and everything will move with you. So again, Alt is your friend when it comes to setting up bug complexes. When you're done setting up the bug complex, and the other thing to remember is if you're coming in here and you're trying to bring out, what is it called? It's under markers. When you're trying to bring out breaches, if you're playing with the full rules, you can put hidden breaches. Select the breach, and if you right-click, you see that there's a hide. Control V. So if you hide it, and then before you bring it out of here, and then you bring it out and drop it, it will come out as hidden, so that the Terran player won't see it. I'm going to select this, and I'm going to get rid of that with a Control X. So just to show you what I mean, I'm going to switch over to the Terran side, and see you don't see the breach or any of the tunnel hexes. Most important thing to remember is, as the Arachnid player, when you get done building your tunnel complex, you must save the game as the Arachnid player, and then send that vsave to have that vsave be the one that gets opened in your game. Your opponent, who will sign on as a Terran, since your names are not the same, you will he will not see this. That's the way it's supposed to work. I've had some I've had one opponent's had trouble getting this to work, so I thought I'd just do this quick little sort of, this is how you do things. One of the things you can also do with if you have more than one complex, like you highlight a brain, you can actually change the color of the brains to have different colors. There's sort of a red, a black, and a white. So that can help you differentiate between the brains. Like I said, I'm hoping to be able to come up with some way to do something similar with the colors here, so that unhide that so you can see. So when you go through the color scheme, instead of it just being the 6 colors that you've got, I don't remember what color I use. If I use red or I use orange. I think I use orange. Let's hide it and see if that looks right. Control V. I don't know. Yes. And now I do not understand. I don't know what the logic was for his picks of letters. Okay. When he did this, Control X delete makes sense. Control V for hide. I'm not sure why. He's not using H for anything else, so I didn't really understand the selection of the letters, except for a few of them. Stuns, stun, disrupt, damages, those make sense to be parts of D. C for clone is standard. Flipping is B rather than F. Rotate is F, Control F instead of Control R, which is what I would have probably used. Changing graphic color, he used Control G. There's nothing you can do about that. One of the other things that the bugs can do, if you come in here to the Arachnid selections, you have a button up here that says demolitions, and you can, again, if your opponent is watching you do this, you would have to select it and then do a Control V to hide it. And you can take it out and you can place your nuke, and here's an HE one. You can clone these and then just move them. Okay. The other thing that you can do is when you explode them, this is a convenient thing for you, and it also keeps the MI person from having to do this. You can mark it as exploded, and it will fill it in. And then if you reveal it, you can see where it was on the map. Okay. For nukes, again, Alt is your friend. You also have the ability. You see the scale here, Control G. If you do that, it changes it to a scale 3, and then to a scale 6. Okay. Why you would put a scale 6 there, I don't know, because it would destroy your tunnels. But you can change the scale of that, and that's for the advanced game when you're using demo points instead of... and it also... it scales through, so it's 1, 3, 6, 1. So that's how you can put down demolitions. They do have captured MI markers. So if you're trying to figure out if you've actually captured something, you can, put it in a box somewhere. In the games that I've played, we've been using the battle board rather than as it's designed, which is like when you have a big stack of MI and a big stack of arachnids and you just want to try and figure out which one's which. You can take this and put it on the map and then put all the units in the box to sort them out. What I've been using is, I usually use, since you never usually use more than one of these squares on any given combat, I've been using these boxes to put, like, okay, I captured an MI. So I would just put them in the box so that I know that I've captured somebody. Okay. That's one of the uses you can use for the battle board is to keep track of casualties. I'm toying with the idea of possibly making another smaller board that would only be 2 of these squares. That just basically would be alien eliminated and Terran eliminated kind of thing. So that you can just, and then put a key in that would be like Control E or something, which is like, it just goes to the appropriate eliminated box. But I've been toying with this Lonestar module. I think it's fairly well put together. I have not toyed with the 2.11 module very much. I found it to be a little bit harder to try and fathom how to modify. This one I kind of understand what he did. I don't agree necessarily with his choices of control keys to do things, but once you know what they are, I mean, it's not that hard to figure out. I think that's about it for the bugs. Again, this was just sort of a little quick tutorial to kind of give you an idea of how to build a bug complex. And the important thing is to remember to always, make sure that you're the arachnid. You can do that by clicking on the retire button and go like this, and you'll see that you can't choose the arachnid. That means that you are the arachnid. So that should take care of all of that kind of issue as far as that goes. When you save the game, I don't know what I saved this as. Oh, there we are, bugs. So I just save that. And then, now because I'm the person that's in here, if I close this game and then immediately go load it back up, it's going to load it up as I'm the bugs because I left as the bugs on this saved game. Your opponent should log in. He's not going to have a choice of being the bugs. He's going to pick the Terran side. This is what he's going to see. Nothing there. Okay. The other thing. Now, the one thing, if you're like me and you have to play solitaire a lot of times, you can go to solitaire and it will show you the bug complex as well as the Terran units that would be on the board if you had you know, you have a Terran unit on the board, you see him too. Okay. Think that's covers pretty much what I was trying to get across. It is a little tedious that you always have to hit the Alt key to select anything, but it does keep you from having to accidentally highlighting something and giving away something to your opponent because all this is hidden from them. And then at the end of the game, of course, you can just highlight everything and reveal it, and they'll see what your bug complex looked like. So there you have it. Quick little tutorial on how to do the bugs, how to build them. Try it out. Let me know if there's something that doesn't seem to be working. Maybe I can help you figure out what keys need to be hit. And like I said, the important thing to remember is right here, this quick keys thing does help you remember how to do certain things. Okay. Again, I don't understand why Control B is flip, but that's the way it is. One of the things that it does allow you to do is you can change platoons and ranks on the MI. It does the same thing for the bugs. Is it bug complex? Yeah. They do have an engineer unit. Again, make sure that you hide it before you bring it out and set it down. Which one is that? That's D. Where's D? D's down here. So that's where your engineer would start, and then he moves per normal. One of the things that's not put in the log file is the moves of some of these units. Does not get recorded. So that's one of the things that I'm going to also be working on, is to see why this is not recording where you moved from and to. It should do that. So anyway, it does seem to record the moves. If you play back a vlog, you'll see that it moves them, but it doesn't record them up here to let you know what just moved where in the comments box up here. Okay. All right, that's it. I think that's about all I need to kind of go over. I can go over some other things for the MI if you guys think these things are useful for learning how to use this module the right way. There are some tricks with the MI that you can do. Other than that, I think we're just going to end this video here. A little short, quickie thing. And let me know what you think. I'm Gen608. If you like my videos, please subscribe. Hit the like button to keep this up on YouTube with YouTube algorithms like it when you hit likes. Makes it more likely that somebody that's looking for this will be able to find it. So I always appreciate it if you can add a like to these. And until we meet again, stay safe. Bye-bye.